and we are really happy that we have such great results. And let me remind you that Smart Junior 1 for Ukraine has taken part in pilot project participation, and we provided 100 Ukrainian schools for free with this book. And this year, Ukrainian schools are going to receive this book for free from the government. So now you and your students will be using authentic British material. All the books have already been printed, and you will receive them very soon. Let me remind you that you will be able to find lesson planning for Smart Junior 1 for Ukraine if you visit our website, Lingvist.ua. So please visit this website and you will be able to find lesson planning for this book. Again, you can download audio for free for Smart Junior 1 if you visit our website mmpublications.com.ukraine. So please download audio for this book for free, and you can use it in class. So Smart Junior 1 is a well-designed course, and it fully corresponds to the program of the new Ukrainian school. Smart Junior 1 has a well-organized syllabus, so all grammar and vocabulary are in line with the curriculum. You and your students are getting used to this structure of the book, and please refer to the syllabus of this book at the end of the book. Our main goal is to teach our students cross-curricular and 21st century competencies, as well as we draw our students' attention to teaching values so that they become better personalities in the future. Smart Junior 1 is based on teaching 21st century competencies such as creativity, communication, collaboration, critical thinking skills, ICT literacy, personal and social responsibility, and intercultural awareness. So all these competences are necessary for our students to become successful and meet the demands of the 21st century. Okay, now my colleague Alina Kошmан is going to join us. Please wait just a second. I'm going to give the floor to Alina. This way.
Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alina Kошmан. I am very happy to be here today with you. If you can hear and see me well, write hello, something. Hello, hello, ladies. Ready? Are you ready for the session? Nice. Okay. Let's agree that in case you have any questions regarding the session, you can ask them, and I will be very happy to give an answer immediately. So today we will talk with you about primaries, because the new upcoming academic year 2018-2019 is going to be something new for us. And we will have a lot of new things, and those ones who will go to the first form this year, they will go into the new Ukrainian school, and all of you know about that. And definitely there will be something interesting, because they will have new textbooks, new things to learn. They will have absolutely new, updated program. Okay, louder. Good. I will speak louder. Nice. So, but the most important about primaries and about the first form students is how to keep them engaged into the classroom, how to attract their attention and how to keep it. So, what we are going to talk with you today is about how easy it is for you to keep your kids' attention in the forum? So you can write your answers in the chat box and I'll be happy to answer. So how easy is it for you to keep the attention? If it's easy, you can write yes, no. If no, why not? 50-50, yes, okay. No for Oksana, for Elena so, not always, 50-50. Not every time. Okay, I think that if you can keep your kids' attention for all the lessons during all the academic year, you are a brilliant and fantastic teacher. Because generally, we tend to face the problem that sometimes they can be distracted, they can look into something else during the lesson, they can pay attention to some other stuff, definitely. So the thing for you, as that of the teacher who will be with your kids in the first form, is to make them feel interested and to keep their attention. Because if you don't do that during the first half of your term, of the first term, then it would be more and more difficult for your kids to be organized and to understand the things well. Okay, so thank you for your answers. Let's move on, and we are going to talk with you what we will discuss today. As a round for our today's session, I've taken our course book Smart Junior 1, which was developed for Ukraine, and I've taken all the recommendations from this Smart Junior course because it was updated especially for our kids. It contains everything for us, and this year the first form students, kids in the first form, will get 100,000 kids will get this book as that ordered by the state. So 100,000 books have been ordered by the state. The thing is that why have I decided to take this course? Because there are some hints for us as that of the teacher, general recommendations, some patterns provided during the course book and the methodology which will help you understand how to work with your kids, which activities are better for them and which are not. So everything what I'd like to mention is that everything I will tell you today has been taken from this course, from the teacher's book, from the student's book, so pay attention to it please as well. Okay, so how do you think? What are the reasons for our kids' scattered attention? Please write your answers in the chat box. I'll be happy to discuss it with you. We'll be a bit interactive today. We will talk a lot, and I'll be happy to see your opinion. So, what are the reasons for to learn more? Age, no interest, too active. To learn more from the lesson. They are distracted. Why are they distracted? Not motivated, tired, uninterested, misunderstand. Psychological reasons, good. We will talk about it today. They need to have a rest, probably. Okay. It's natural for them to be distracted, definitely. They are bored. No motivation. Okay, agree. The material is too theoretical. Clap your hands, we will discuss it. They're too little. Absolutely, due to their age, of course. Unknown language, family background. Okay, other reasons, yeah, background reasons. Not interesting. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sleep. Definitely, especially when it is winter, they want to play more. When it is winter, of course, they want to sleep more. Everybody does, even me. Good, so all of the reasons which you have written here and which we will talk with you today can be divided into two categories. The first is psychological category and the second is methodological category. So both these factors can affect their behavior, can affect their attention. They are hungry. You should take some snacks. Yeah, and as you have written, we can influence this, definitely. Not to the whole extent, not to 100%, but in some cases we can and we are supposed as teachers to influence these reasons. So, about psychology, bad discipline, yes, some classes, I agree, some classes can be disastrous, they can cry and shout, and there is no discipline at all, and it's pretty difficult for you to organize them. I agree to that totally, but still we need to understand that you can definitely manage it, absolutely. But you should be, you should do it from lesson to lesson, step-by-step actions, and of course then lack of attention. Some kids can be distracted and can be not active players during your lessons because of their traits of their character. For example, some of them can be afraid of becoming simple losers, really. Especially when the teacher, or for example, not even teacher, but the parents at home can react a bit too harshly, for example, to their bad marks or some bad results. Definitely, when the teacher is emotional, the kids can be afraid of becoming losers. Or even, you know, that unfortunately bad, I would say, effect at school, which is called bullying, when kids actually tease each other for some problems. Yeah, for example, so you are a loser and nobody wants to play with you. Definitely some of the kids are afraid of becoming losers. That would lead them not to be so as attentive as they could actually be. A bit of the teacher, which I would recommend to you, is to be just more, especially when we talk about the first form students, to be a bit kinder to them, to support them, to motivate, to say they're cool, etc. In terms of psychology, I would recommend you several authors of psychological books. They are American authors, so there is Daniel Siegel. You can actually Google it on the internet. He writes a lot about kids' behavior, not only about the parents' behavior, about definitely about the behavior at school. So find him on the internet, read some books, and you will see. When you're kinder to the kids, they will not be afraid of coming to your lessons, and they will not be afraid of participating at activities. Even if they do some mistakes, tend not to correct them immediately, tend to be kinder, tend to, even if their success is not as great as you have actually expected, so please tell them that, okay, that's pretty nice, pretty good. When they prepare some projects, some projects are brilliant and primaries can make it with their parents at home, but some kids who do it themselves and whose projects consist only of several written lines should also be supported, should be motivated by saying, wow, I know you worked a lot, you did it great, thank you. Because when he feels it, or he or she feels that she did it herself, and now he gets your reward, even in the form of your words, of your encouragement, it would be great. The title of the book, again, that is David Siegel, that is Mindsight or something like that. So I will also write it in the next article. I will write about it, so we'll be happy to give it to you. So psychological. All of us, you know, I know that sometimes at the start of the academic year, all of us are encouraged, we want to work hard, etc. By the end of it, we're all tired, we're waiting when it's all over, etc. But still, you're not only teachers, as you understand, you're psychologists as well. And you, as a great pros, should also take psychology into consideration and see it. Don't be too harsh to them. Try to be calmer, try to be kinder, even when it is difficult. I understand you. Okay, psychology. Yes, by the way, regarding the recording of the webinar, all of you will get it. You will see it. You can find it at the Facebook page. At our Facebook, at our messengers, so we'll be happy to share it with you as well. That is all about psychology, right? And what can we do in terms of methodology? So, some kids definitely can be frustrated when we give them unclear instructions. It is crucial because, yeah, definitely they can get the meaning of some words like read, open the book, page 25, etc. But still, when we talk about giving instructions, there are also several hints which we'll also discuss with you today. And the thing is that if they have skipped your instruction when they were talking to their partner or to their group mate, doesn't matter. Or even if they were looking at the ceiling trying to find there some beetle, if they have skipped your instruction, definitely the result will be bad. The attraction will be distracted. So instructions are everything you need. So I will give you later several hints of how you can deal with instructions. Okay, role and lesson organization. That is up to you. I will show you some things you can also use. Lesson organization is in terms of your lesson plan. How everything is combined, whether you mix different types of activities. If you had a group work, then you have a pair work, then you have individual work. Everything should be mixed. How you introduce games, how you introduce warmers. This definitely your information and your lesson should be step by step. So you can't start immediately from, okay, let's have a speaking activity. Though you don't know the words, let's do that. It's absolutely unreal for your first form students to do it. So firstly, you introduce the words, then you go into the practice, then a bit of the production. So methodology, please pay your attention to your lesson organization. Overloaded lesson. You know that our lessons are pretty short, especially in terms of the first form. And sometimes it's absolutely difficult to combine both speaking activity and reading, or reading later in the second term, listening, etc. So definitely, teacher's book, I will answer a bit later. Lesson. Bit into that even when you provide some active games for them, it's pretty difficult for them to become a bit calmer later. So try to put active games somewhere at the end of your lesson. Very active, I mean. Because if they are emotional, if they had some competition, if they worked, for them to become calm and to put all the emotions away will be absolutely impossible. So try to put all of the games, active games, especially if they are connected with total physical response, try to put them at the end of your lesson. Okay. The same, absence of active games is bad for you. You should find some type of the balance. So, because the absence, they will start fidgeting on their chairs, trying not to look somewhere, to find something interesting under their desk. So absence of active games is also bad because, you know, they're little energizers and you are supposed also to take it. Some teachers, I've also seen it, that some teachers really give up. What about you? If you felt that you were losing that stuff, you are losing that attention and nobody listens to you, would you give up? Never give up. Okay, no way. Good. Never give up. Okay. I'm really happy to read such comments, really, believe me, because we, teachers, should never give up. Really. I know that it can be difficult, you can be dissatisfied sometimes with the results, etc. But you are supposed to detect problems and you are supposed to find solutions. I'm sure you will do that. Some teachers start ignoring bad behavior and start working with those kids who are interested. That is 5 or 6, I would say 20% of the class. But I would tell you that I would never do the same. I would try to engage all of the kids because still the situation will worsen them, and they're supposed to show nice final exam results, etc. They're supposed to know English, and their result is your result as well. So I would recommend you still to engage even the bad behaviors, I would say, into your work, and wear your smile and go ahead. Right. Okay. So let's move on. I told you that instructions is a key to your success, and what you can do. Run a tight ship. So when you give an instruction to your kids, run a tight ship means that you should be tight. Your instructions should be firm and your instructions should be clear. So if you are just a starter, if you are starting just to work with the first form students, remember that they should know that now the instruction is coming, they should listen, run a tight ship. How you can make them listen to your instructions? Several hints. For example, you can use extra materials like a whistle or a bell to attract their attention. So go into the shop before you still have tomorrow and probably the weekend. You should go into the shop and find some. And definitely several hints. You can say 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. So you can also clap 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. You can stamp your feet 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. You can also make it a bit with pauses and make it a bit not so quick, a bit short, like for them to see that you are talking. Also, you should be standing in front of them, because when you sit at the chair and somebody else sits at the 6th or 7th row, it's pretty difficult to see that you're given an instruction. So I would like to ask you to stand up and to make 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. You can also develop some type of the short poem with that, like you can also put them like collaborate together, and on the first your lesson, which is coming next week, you can also decide with them which type of activity you will use, or in order for them to understand that you're given an instruction. You can also make like that, and they will understand. Moreover, you can say, you know that game which we recommend, Simon says, look at the board, and everybody looks at the board. Simon says, find your copybook, and everybody finds a copybook. It's a nice activity to engage them, but you can transform it and use it for giving your instructions. Like, now teacher says, look at me, and everybody will look. You can also be a bit dramatic in order to show them that you are given an instruction. They will get the idea. Somebody has written right now that you can use toys. Yes. In our course, for example, in Smart Junior, we have a soft toy, which you can also show, and which will give an instruction to them. Nice activity. They can choose a toy for themselves. You can also ask them to make, for example, some timetable, and 1 week or 3, the first week, somebody brings you the toy, which gives an instruction. The next week, the other student brings the toy. The third week, the third student gives the toy. It's a nice opportunity. You can also use it, and you can also take it. Give me 5 senses. So you can show them your palm, open palm, and say, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 5, and they will understand that you are supposed to give the instruction right now, and they will everybody will look, and everybody will see at you. I'll look at you. Okay. That is about instruction. The thing is that really, if you have lost the instruction, if you haven't given the clear and direct instruction, the result is bad. They will not know what to do. You can please try to attract. That is the core of your activity when you give them the instruction. Okay. Recent research. That is really recent research, which I have shown, is that the best thing which develops their concentration and the level of their attentiveness goes up, yeah, is the memory game. I would really, before maybe half a year ago, I'd never believed, but memory games are to save you, because really they develop concentration, they develop their eyesight, definitely, and you can use a lot of material thanks to the 21st century that we have plenty of them. You can use a lot of materials in order to attract them. So you can use flashcards. Here is the example of Smart Junior flashcards. Do you know how to play memories? Memory game. If yes, write. If no, write as well. Yes, yes, no, no, no. Yes, okay. Somebody has written no. The thing is, okay, great. You can play it in a big group, for example, or you can split them into 2 teams, or in 3 teams, or in 4. It depends upon the number of the kids which you have, actually. So you can put them, you can sit in a big circle. If these are flashcards very big, you can devote the whole lesson to it. Moreover, you will revise some and make an overview of your vocabulary. You can sit in or at the round table, or you can put all the desks in a big circle and put all the flashcards on the floor face down. Before that, they should see them face up, and they are supposed to remember where the car is, actually. For example, the truck is the first car, then goes the bus next to it, right, to the left. Then to the left they have a taxi, to the left they have a trolley bus, etc. So all of the cards, first they see. You should instruct them. They have 1-2 minutes, doesn't matter. Then you close or you turn all the cards back, and now they are supposed to remember where the cards they really need. So the winner is the team who has discovered the biggest amount of the cards, etc. So up to you. That is about memories. From my personal experience, what I would say, I played it. But I played it with my own kid, who is 2 years old, and it's a success. But generally start from the number of 3 or 4 cards, maybe 5 or 6 for the big group, but it really helps. You can use it as a warmer, you can use it as a revision, just try to mix it. Still, it really, believe me, that is the result of the research. It develops their concentration. It's an official data, so please use it. Try to plan it as well. Good. Pictures. And yeah, Natalia, pictures are fantastic. And the good material, colorful, exciting, is nice. Okay. Keep them interested. Of course, they can be uninteresting if the book is not interesting, if the topics are too difficult for them. For example, that is global warming in the fourth form. They will not get the idea and they will not understand. Thanks to the ministry, this year we have the new Ukrainian school with a new program which was updated for kids, and now they have the topics which they really need, which tend to show them real life situations, and that's something that is important. So keep them interested. Find those activities which will be interesting for them, and you will see the result, because if not, definitely the result is poor. You can see right now the screenshots of our Smart Junior for Ukraine. So that is it, which we have prepared a lot. So the project, which is to the left, when kids are supposed to make something, to create, to present. Yeah, ladies, if you have any ideas of how to attract attention, you can write and share your experience right now in the chat box. I think it would be great for the others to read and to maybe to find something new and interesting for themselves. In terms of the organization, which I have also mentioned when we talked about methodological problems, global planning and your micro planning is nice thing to make a mistake, I would say. Teach your kids at appropriate pace and level of difficulty. Find the book which corresponds to pre-A2 level in the first form. Find things that find their pace. When they come next week to you and their first form and they go to the new Ukrainian school, the pace should be slow. You should be slow. Not as slow as I have shown, but still, if you talk too quickly, definitely they will not get the idea at all, even if you translate it into Ukrainian, even if you give the instructions in your native tongue sometimes. Believe me, pace is a key, as well as the level of difficulty. Start from the smallest things that the program is updated. Check the understanding. I'm sure that if you're a teacher, even if you are an inexperienced teacher, you will see that when you give the example, when you give the instructions, they simply look at you like you're talking about the planets and something absolutely unreal for them. Still, check their understanding. If you see that, for example, some boy or a girl, Mary, doesn't understand you and she looks and not knowing that she is supposed to open the course book or the student's book, tell her, Mary, now, and show her, we are to open our student's books and to take a look inside, like that. Check the understanding. Don't open up, okay, let's move on. Mix your teaching styles. If you are, if you like using the teacher's books, especially good and quality teacher's book, like we offer in Smart Junior for Ukraine, then you'll have no problems because we offer different teaching activities, different teacher styles. But still, when you do something unexpected for them, when you start a lesson in an unexpected way, something they haven't expected from you, they will be attracted. They will look at you. If you come into the classroom I don't know, with some bright idea, definitely go and make it. They will take a look at you. If you start talking in an unexpected voice, which is unusual for you, they'll also pay attention. Use these tricks, use these psychological and methodological tricks in order to attract attention. It will help you, believe me. Actions, you can crawl to them and take a look what they are doing, etc. They will be interested, they will see, they will be attracted. Okay, in terms of activities, again, combine them. I have already told you, because if you don't do that, they will get bored pretty quickly. That would be very difficult for you again to mind it all. How you are supposed to check the understanding? 3 tricks which you can use in your primaries. You can learn and let them finish the instructions. So then they will try to guess it. Now we will look at the comics and they can say, role play, read it, listen once again, make a task. Again, they will try to use their speaking, so let them finish your instructions. You can mime to show them that they are supposed. So we will now open the book and look at the comics and we will listen, and everybody will listen to you. Okay, you can, when you give the instruction, when you finish giving your instruction, you can also check the understanding by asking them to put their thumb up if they have got the idea, and to, for example, thumb down, but it's not good, I think, in the primary school. You can show both hands if they don't know, or simply don't put thumb up if they don't understand. So thumb up if you have got the idea. Okay, nice. Yeah, moreover, avoid yes, no questions, because sometimes I also do something like that, and I see that sometimes it's my mistake at with students. When I ask, have you got the idea? Of course, they can't tell you no. They will tell you yes. If you ask them, is it clear? Mostly, even according to psychological stuff, they will tell you yes, because they are kids. The thing is that you are supposed to avoid these questions. You are supposed to, for example, so Mary, how do you think? Is it, what are we supposed to do right now? So try to avoid yes, no questions. So that is about checking the understanding. I'd like also to show you the screenshot and the copy of our Smart Junior Teacher's Book for kids. You can see it right now. So that is the project here, and the copy. The teacher's book combines both student's book and all of the instructions which the teacher is supposed to go. There is the aim also given, the vocabulary items, etc. But still, there is the revision. You can see, then the warm-up, then exercise 1, 2, and all of the instructions are split into subcategories for you to have the clear vision of how you are supposed to go with it. That is the teacher's book. Moreover, for those who have ordered it through the state, right? So there was a state order. If you have ordered it through state, the Lingvist company will provide all of the lessons which have all of the classes which have ordered 20 books per class, 20 students books per class, with one teacher's book for you. So we also provided this year. We promised that in spring, and we will do that. So the teachers who ordered it will get it. That is the copy. Okay. Activities. You are supposed to split them into several stages. You take one activity like that. If you don't have a teacher's book, you can write it to yourself, split it. Don't make it a mess. Try to find some stages of making. Like they color 2 characters, you can see right now on the screen. Then you divide them into boys and girls, your kids. Pretend to be Betty and say, "Hello, I'm Betty, what's your name?" Role play. Try to do it stage by stage. Don't tell them immediately, "We will role play right now." Of course you will, but they need something firm instructions. So you should command everything you do. Let's color when they finish it. Okay, now let's divide into 2 groups. You divide them. Then you tell them. You pretend to be Betty. Then you encourage the girls, look at the girls and encourage them. About getting the books, you will in September, in the middle of September, students' books, you will have it all. Don't worry. Then you continue doing the exercise according to the instructions, please. Sometimes I meet the staff, meet the teachers who don't read teachers' books before the lesson. They do it right now in the process. For somebody, for the experienced professionals, it's okay. If you work for the first time with the kids, try to read it beforehand. Sometimes you are supposed to prepare the material, some materials beforehand for cutting, for example, like scissors, glue, glue stick, doesn't matter. But still, I would ask you also to read it. Still, in our teachers' books, we usually write at the end of one lesson, and for the next class, your kids will need these materials. Please bring them into the form. Okay. In terms of the books, I see there was somebody writing about the books. Yes, books will come to your schools in the middle of September. We are all waiting for them, and we are on the start of sending them as well. That is about the ministry. As teacher's book, all the kids, all the teachers who have ordered 20 books per one class will get the teacher's book for free. Moreover, regarding the audio, you can download it at mmpublications.com. We also give it to you for the class, like a class CD. Go to mmpublications.com.ua or write to us at our Facebook page or to our emails. I will show them at the end. And we will be very happy to answer the questions, to help you, and to provide you with everything you need. Okay, let's move on. Let's be a bit interactive. What do you think? Workbook and flashcards, you can buy them at the Lingvist company as well. The price for this workbook, one workbook with CD-ROM, free CD-ROM for kids, is 85 hryvnias. Flashcards can be bought here as well. Write to us, we will provide all the info. Okay, some do's and don'ts for teachers who start teaching. So, when you find the insert, I will make like, we will first move on through all of the 4, we will discuss, and then I will give you the answer. Challenge kids with tasks, but offer activities which are far too difficult for them. So, you can write your answers in the chat box. What do you think? Should we challenge kids with tasks? No. Should we offer too difficult activities for them to be moved? Do challenge kids with tasks, but don't offer activities which are far too difficult for them. Right. When the activities are too difficult for your kids and they won't be able to cope with them, their motivation will be lower. It's again about psychology. So do challenge them. Do challenge the tasks, but again, find the level of difficulty which is appropriate for them. But never make too difficult activities. If they fail the next time, they will be afraid of making it, because again, they will be afraid of making a mistake. Okay, number 2. Shout at kids. Raise the pitch of your voice when needed. Make a vote or a note for yourself. Okay, don't shout at kids, but do raise the pitch of your voice when needed. Make a note for yourself. When you want to emphasize something in your instruction, or when you never shout at kids. Agree. When you shout at kids, we really humiliate them. Please let's not do that. It's pretty bad, and they are then disappointed. Avoid it. Do raise. When you want to tell them that they need to open the student's book, it's okay. Number 3, encourage competition within the class, but let them become enemies. Write your answers. Number 3, do encourage competition within the class, but don't let them become enemies. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, there can be problems later. If they're enemies, the group will be, I would say, divided into 2 sub groups. It will be difficult to work with them. You will also try to find some ways of going out of the situation. Please do encourage competition, but never let them become enemies. And number 4, make them feel ridiculous. Find their weak spots and inform them about them. Good humor is good as well. Don't make them feel ridiculous. Really, if you find some mistake in their speech, if you find some mistake in their task, try to not make them feel ridiculous. It's easy to get the kid offended, but it's pretty difficult later to find the way to calm him down and to find a nice spot. Okay, the answers are right here for you. Do challenge. Never give too difficult activities. Raise the pitch of the voice. Never shout at them. Encourage the competition. Don't let them become enemies. Do find weak spots. Don't make it them feel ridiculous. Piece of cake, right? It's a piece of cake for us all. Still, in terms of the enemies and the class, of course, there are some kids who will be weaker. Try to combine and to ask them to work with the stronger students, especially when you make a competition. Because if one group will be weaker and the other is stronger, that will be they will get the idea that they are weaker. Later, it would be difficult for them to make them interested. There are kids, when you ask them who wants to go to the board, and they run and they I want. But there are some who always sit like that, eyes down, never looking at you. Psychology, again, was weak as well. Super. And everything we talked with you today will be about the New Ukrainian School and Smart Junior 1 for them. It has been chosen by Ukrainian schools to be used in the first form in our national competition. 100,000 kids almost will get it. Kinesthetic pupils can, they are like that. They also like to do something with their hands. In terms of the components, we have students' book for kids, workbook with free CD-ROM for them, my smart book, which is about phonics and alphabet. It's really great. It's coming. Teacher's book. For those who ordered it at the national competition, you will get it for free. If you haven't ordered and if you just want and plan to use Smart Junior 1, you can call us. We will inform you. We have also material for interactive whiteboard, flashcards, which are really great, and I have mentioned them before. They are ready. Okay, you will get the certificates at the end on your email, but let me finish. The book was developed and was updated. It is specially for Ukraine. You can see here written. It develops 21st century competence, provides opportunities for smooth learning of your kids. It corresponds to the program, and it's really great. Sticks to the well-organized plan, easy. And Irina, write to us. We will send you the samples. You can see them. And we are happy that this year it has been chosen by the great amount of kids. of teachers, and they will use it in their new Ukrainian school. We're really happy about that. And next month, in September, at the end of the month, I presume, we will start with Q&A sessions. Q&A sessions will be, you will have webinars on general topics, but still, in terms of those who work with Smart Junior for Ukraine, you will also make question and answer sessions, which will deal with Smart Junior, and you will send questions to us, we'll answer them online, etc. When you work with it, start working, it's pretty not as easy for somebody to find the tune. We'll be happy to make, probably every Friday we'll make Q&A sessions, and we'll be happy to do that. It was really nice for me to spend this hour with you. It was really great. I liked it. All of you will get the certificates at your email. We will send them to you during the next days. And thank you. Hope it was useful for you, and hope for the next sessions. We will see each other in September at the general webinar. If you have any questions, doesn't matter which, you can ask us, you can write to us, and we will be waiting, and we'll be happy to answer at our post. Anna is my colleague, our ELT consultant as well. You can see right now the phone, emails, and the websites at the screen. So call us. We will be happy to answer anyway, anytime. You can also call the Linguist company. Follow us in our on the social media, because social networks. Sorry, because we also publish articles, materials, etc. Thank you so much. And have a nice start of the academic year. Hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.